Yes guys, and welcome from me, it's Championship Manager 0102. We've got an update on the D.T.L, and this is fresh and hot off the press because I've not even looked at this yet. I've just spotted that there's been some post activity, so I'm hoping that the results are in for auction 3 of season 5. So you may recall from the previous video how it works. Mark tends to put in about, I think it's about 25 players per auction, 10 auctions. Everyone sends in 5 bids, up to 5 bids, and hopefully we get them and we add them to our team. Now, let me quickly hit on, I was on my own, I've gone to my own, so there was no spoilers. So, we're off and running now. We've already had a couple of auctions. So you may recall from my last video, I'd got rid of Robert Malcolm to Arsenal, made a couple of deals. So yeah, auction 1 from season 5, you can see we brought in a few players. So clearly, out of the 5 bids that I sent to Mark, whether there weren't many other bidders on those 3 players, it wasn't the greatest auction in the world, to be honest with you. There wasn't some great players, but this is where Mark's clever. He knows, he can save them. He knows that if he puts a certain player on the auction and everyone uses up one of their bids on that player, only one manager's going to get him. This is my own personal thread for me to keep update on my own stuff, and what I do is I update it accordingly. So what I did yesterday, auction 2, we've got a couple more players. I haven't spent big money, as you can see. What I did after auction 2, I messaged Mark because just before the auction start, we have deals between ourselves that I said in the previous video. We contact each other through DMs and stuff like that. And I said to Mark, am I able to still do manager-to-manager deals? Or can I free up some players? He says you can't free up players, but you can still do deals. Which was great because I thought about it. I thought, shit, my squad, I can't exceed 50, obviously. I want to save spaces for more auctions. So, what I did yesterday, it's like a shop putting something with a reduced item out. I put 6 players. I updated my transfer list on another thread, and I updated the transfer list with 6 players that I was happy to get rid of, and 4 of them went to Wolves. The guy from Wolves DM'd me, and there you see. And 1 more went to Southampton, 1 more went to Leeds. So all 6 went. Now, in all fairness, right, I'd have been happy to have just freed them, to be honest with you. Mark said I couldn't, which was fine, so I've made an extra £1.4 million. So that's our budget to spend. Now, this is a moment of truth now. We need to go and look at the results. I'm trying to remember who I bid for. I don't actually think I bid for 5 players. I'm sure I didn't. I'm pretty sure I didn't. So I'll show you how this works. I'm actually hoping that the results are in. I didn't want to do no spoilers there. So, yes, okay. Okay, here we go. Rustico is the man in the spotlight in this auction with a whopping 10 managers. I was one of them. I went for Rustico because I know Rustico's a great player. Okay, so Arsenal, that's the manager's name. So he's brought in 3 players. He spent a bit of money there, didn't he? Ibrahim Bakayoko. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, right? But I could swear Bakayoko was on auction 2. So if a player don't get snapped up in an auction, he stays on the list for the next auction, I believe. In fact, I know that's the case, but I could swear Bakayoko was on auction 2. I could be wrong on that. And if that was the case, and he stayed on for number 3, and he's gone for £3 million. So, and you can see there, so Marimo, who's the manager of Arsenal, he got him for £3 million, and it says there who the other managers that bid for him was, AJ. So you can see he brought Pjanic, London, which is Ian, he bid, Luke bid for him, Eversham bid, look at that, a lot of players that he beat there to Pjanic. More importantly, did I get anyone? Bolton, run by Eversham, he picked up 1 player, Dylan Shepherd, on a free transfer. So you can bid for players on a free transfer. You know, you might see a player, you might not have much money to work with. You know, clearly it's very unlikely if someone's got millions and millions that want to buy quality, they're not going to waste their bids bidding on free transfers. So at least Eversham has picked up a new player there. Spectral, the current champion. I don't want to give it right. Okay, so he's brought in 3 players, all for 100 grand each. Now, bit confused on that because if I remember rightly, Spectral has got a fucking shit ton of money because he won the title. But nevertheless, he's brought in 3 players there, all of which I've never heard of. Gilberto Silva, I do remember reading about him actually, Gilberto Silva. So Trunky, in charge of Colchester, 6.2, and he beat off Redknapp, Dweverstone, Reese, Luke, Mark, and General Smuts. I think you get a bit more of a sense of achievement when you've won a player and you beat off a whole load of opposition. The good news is so far, out of the first few managers that I've looked at, I haven't bid for them because I can't remember who I bid for. I know I went for a Rustico, but I'm not confident. I know I didn't bid for any of those because it would have my name there. So here we go then. On to Hull City. Ah, bollocks. Ah, bollocks. Okay, so you can see he got Rustico for £8.1 million. And he beat off Reese, Durham, myself, Dweverstone, Redknapp, Trunky, AJ, General. Now I know I did not bid nowhere near £8.1 million. So, okay, that is an interesting one, AMC, because I think AMC is the one that got some players from me. Jason Wilcox, £2.1 million. See, now he'll be pissed off, right, that he got Jason Wilcox for £2.1 million. Nobody else bid. So he could have theoretically got him for £100,000 or a free transfer. So he'll be well pissed off with that. Okay. Lee Dweverstone, 1 player he got, and he beat Durham, AMC. Luke seems to be failing everywhere. On to Leicester City. General Smuts failed to win a bid. I don't want to give it away. So he failed to win a bid, which meant he don't get fuck all. Okay, on to the next one. Liverpool Redknapp. He brought Canuto. I knew Canuto was on. I didn't bother going for him. Canuto beat Marimo. Shaka Hislop. He beat Mark, Eversham and General Smuts. So 2 players for Liverpool. Manchester City. Bollocks to you, Manchester City. John O'Brien. He got, and that was ahead of me as you can see, 2 million. I don't even know what I bid. What did I bid for John O'Brien? What did I bid? I can't remember. I don't think it was too far from that. What a bastard. Giovanni. I actually missed Giovanni. I don't remember seeing him on the auction list. Okay, not to worry. Manchester United then. Ian. So Ian's bought a couple of players there, £300,000 a piece. No competition on it. Preston North End. They've brought a player for £5.2 million. So Luke finally got 1 player then. Well done, Luke. Southampton. Durham failed to win a bid. Stoke. Mark the man himself. He got 1 player in. Tranmere, Reese, he got 2 players in, both on free transfers. Wolves, ooh, we got a player, way, Paul Iffill. I thought it was only about 3 players that we went for. So Paul Iffill arrives for £1.3 million. Tied bids, PMs are on their way for you to rebid. If there's a tied bid, Mark will PM both players or multiple people and ask them to rebid with a minimum bid of £100,000 above the last bid. But as there wasn't any. There was in the previous round because it was me and Mark. Let's just have a quick look at what everyone's saying. Okay, now, here we go. Now, what I'm going to go to now, we are now going to look at what's available on Auction 4. Listings, here we go. Sorensen. See, this guy here, Samuel O'Connor, he was on that previous lot. I'm sure he was. See if there's anyone that I recognise. Pepper, he definitely was. Sean Dyche was as well. Stephen Pearson. Ooh, there'll be people out for Stephen Pearson. I like Stephen Pearson. Not really the greatest first season. This guy here, Punamunka, I think there'll be some interest in him, I'd say. Okay, that's it then. Nobody else really worth screaming about in that list. Trying to think. There's probably a name right in front of me. But what I now do, right, is I fire up one of the D.T.L saves. The last one that was available was the end of last season. And I quickly write in those players. You can do it through the editor if you wish. But fire up and see what sort of players these are. Just remember that Mark is going to start a brand new save. So if I pick up, let's take for example Pepper at Benfica, and he's a dog's bollocks on the save. He might load up on the new save when we start the new season. He might load up a complete shower of shit. So you're best off probably using the the editor, to be honest with you. I choose to use a game because I like to use my coloured attributes like a little sad bastard that I am. So nothing worth really screaming about. Now let's, I'll tell you what we'll do, if we can. Can we, let's take a look, let's see if we can get to it, shall we? I'm pretty sure I'll show you exactly how I do it. Let's just, oh you bastard, fucking. Oh, I can't even get to it, can I? Fucking cunt. Right, well, I've got that fucking totally wrong. Sorry guys, bear with me. I'm just trying to be multi-talented over here. Yeah, fucking men can do it, before any wise ass fucking says it. Okay, I'm just looking for the D.T.L. I thought it would appear onto my thing. Okay, so end of season 4. So let me just now then... I'll show you something, whilst I can, I'll show you something that I've done on my save game. Okay? So let me... Okay, no, didn't mean to do that. Didn't mean to do that at all, did we? Of course we didn't. Okay, so now we want to do... Oh, for fuck's sake. Is it game capture? That should be the one, you motherfuckers. Right. Fucking hell. Bear with me, guys. Fucking hell. This is turning into a bit of a fucking nightmare. So, I know what I'll fucking do. Let me just do display capture. It'd be better if I just do display. Oh, for fuck's sake. I'd lose my fucking head if it weren't attached. Display capture. Right, okay. So there's the players. So what we'll do first is, there you go. There you go. That'll work better now. So, firstly, what I've done is I fired up the last save that we've got, and because I wanted to sort of keep track of my own squad, I did this the hard way. So I put everybody, I thought I did anyway. Yeah, everybody's on holiday, apart from myself, and I've got myself a shortlist. The shortlist consists of all my players that I'm still going to have for Season 5, and the players that have arrived. So, let's just, so the player that I'm buying then, we know I'm going to add him, Paul Ifil. Now, he might not be as good as that. I mean, I don't know, is he great? But in terms of assists, goals, he did all right. So, Paul Ifil will be joining. Right, okay, so there you see. So now I know I've got 34 players in my team. And I'm going to save that. Okay, so what I'm going to do now, this is how I do it. So, we'll have a look at that. You won't always find all the players if you do it this way. Because that's why, in all honesty, it's better to use the editor. But I do it for a number of reasons. So I look at that player, Palle Sorensen. Now, he's not actually that bad, Palle Sorensen. Do I want to use a bid? One of my 5 bids on him? Do I need him? I don't really like defender, defensive midfielder, forward. I don't like that sort of shit, to be honest with you. You know, who knows? Let's check that next one, whose name fucking escapes me. When I first saw it, I thought it was Okoronkwo. You know, that's why. Do you know, this is... I can't imagine any of these are going to be really good at all. Let's go for the guy that I'll probably will go for, to be honest with you. Stephen Pearson. It's not so much Season 1, but you've really got to think that, you may recall from the previous video, that on the next season, Season 6, Mark's already announced it won't be an ODB save that he creates. It'll be the next official update. Now, I think it's going to be the 3.968 update. So I've got to think to myself, how good was Stephen Pearson in that? If you buy if you buy someone that you think, right, he was really good in that update, hold on to him, or whatever, you know. I mean, anybody else? I mean, what was that, Ivan? Let's have a look, Ivan Lopez de la Pena. Nah, he's not too bad. He's not too bad. I'm trying to think, who else would be... It's, the thing is, right, what Mark does, he wants you to not toss your money off, but he knows that we're all waiting for some real big ones to come through. He's not that bad a player, but I've got to think to myself, right, if I go to it, what do I really need? What do I really need? I've got 34 players in my lineup. I know these are all my players. Okay, if anyone's wondering how I got Wolves on my shortlist, I went to a different player, created a shortlist of Wolves players and the players I bought, saved it, went back over to Wolves and loaded it. And this is how I determined which 6 I wanted to transfer list yesterday. And bear in mind, I may still do some more. And those 6 that I transfer listed yesterday, or sold, I've now got rid of off my shortlist because they're not in my team. I mean, I got rid of Shane Tolley because it's just no good in season 1. It's from season 2 and 3, which is no good because on the next update, 3.968, he's no good. So I didn't really think it through, to be honest with you. Gary Till, I feel Gary Till is a good player in season 1 if you're going to use wingers, but we'll see. We will see. So what else do I need? Is there anybody else of interest? I thought I saw somebody else that was remotely. I mean, I should probably look at them all, to be honest with you. Pascal Numa, nah, fuck him. Looks like a load of shit. Martin Eriksson, who are you? Martin Eriksson at Gothenburg. Which one is it? Which one is it? It's a midfielder centre. No, it's not him. Again, if this guy, I don't know who the fuck he is, but if he was an amazing player in the next update, he'd be worthwhile. But I don't know my history of the updates. All I'm familiar with is the ODB and the current update. I thought I saw another player that I wanted to look at, but I just can't for the life of me remember who it was. There's no one really. I mean, this isn't the greatest of auctions, in all honesty. But what I'll do is I will have a proper look. I will have a proper look at this. A bit more in depth and see how we get on. Nah, he's shit as well. There's nothing really. Nothing. I think it's obvious for me. It's obvious what I think is going to be the big player. I think Stephen Pearson is going to attract a lot of interest. I think he will. Let me look at that Cisse, see if he's any good. I don't know if he will be. Edward. I mean, he's not that bad. I don't know if he would. I mean, DMC. Do I need a DMC? Let's have a look. Do I need a DMC? Probably not. Definitely not. I mean, I've got what, 3 DMCs there. There is a method to my madness because one of the opened unlock formations is wingbacks. So I can use these guys over here because I think naturally I'd want to use a wingback. I want to cover all positions because there's various formations, and one of my guilty parts of playing this game is I change formation all the fucking time. I get so pissed off. I do need a goalkeeper, so I'll tell you what I'll do. No, there's no fucking goalkeepers on there at all, is there? Can you believe that? Oh, there's one. Hiron. Who the fuck's Hiron? Is he any good? I don't think he's any. He's no good really, is he? He's no good at all. Is there any other goalkeepers? Nobody else really of interest. Oh no, that was the player I was going to look at. The Brazilian, wasn't it? Of course it was. Okay, I would venture a guess he'll be a popular player as well. I would say he'll be a popular player. Right winger, do I need a right winger? I mean, I've got a few options. I mean, maybe I haven't quite got the options in terms of the quality for the right wing. Paul Iffield's just arrived, so probably you could do with a left winger, to be honest with you. Let's see if there's any. Who's that Sebastian Ruda? Let's have a quick look at him. Where is he? Where is he? Where is he? Oh, hang on a minute. Oh, fucking hell. Nah, he's fucking shit, isn't he? He's shit. Okay, I don't think there's anything else worth screaming about, is there? There's no one else really amazing. I will take a proper look, and then I will send... So if I thought there was just completely fuck all for me in this particular set of auctions, I could just bid for 5 players on a free transfer. The risk I've got of doing that is I don't want to land them all because I don't want to fucking overload my squad. Just remember, you can only have 50 players in your squad. Hence, I've got rid of a few of mine now. I don't really want to get rid of anybody else. I picked up Brozovic last season thinking, what a player. But then again, he's another player that don't really step up until season 2. So, fucked up there, didn't I? But this is one of the reasons I did get Montero in season 1. Because Montero is a great player in season 1. Bit of a red card waiting to happen. And yes, I had Vieira. I should never have sold him. One of my go-to players in a normal solo game, Jesus Arellano. Brilliant player. But I think I do need a goalkeeper. I'm just thinking, is there anybody else on that list? Remotely is... Mark, you fucking let me down on this. This is shocking, this, but I know where you're leading with this. Okay, we'll leave it at that. So that is where we're at then, guys. Let me just let's come out of this. Oh, hang on, let's just save because it will save my shortlist as well. So okay. See if there's any no comments, and we'll have a quick gander if there's any discussion talk. Derm's had a word, it looks like. See what we've got going on. Fabio can stay where he is. Why do I feel like Derm is coming for us? Fucking hell. That was an interesting question actually from Derm. I hadn't seen that. If somebody wins an auction bid, can we haggle with them for that player straight away? So that's really interesting. Really, really interesting because it's got a good rule. Let's just see what that. All right, whatever it is. Oh, right. I think that's my last video on it. Okay, so yeah, that's a great question, Derm, and Mark's obviously answered that almost immediately. Why do I feel like Derm is coming? Oh, I get you. Yeah, Fabio can stay where he is, right? Okay, so that's that. So that's where we're at then, guys. Hope you enjoyed the video. The old D.T.L. Season 5 auction free. It's all good fun. It's all good fun. Until next time from me, guys, take it easy.